3 years ago I was fat and now I am jacked, and in this video I will go over the 5 big hitters that give results. The first one is intensity. So what's the one thing that actually gives results? Proximity to failure, or in other words, intensity is what actually gives results, and that's the first most important thing you have to realize. You need to perform resistance training, you need to do it intensely, and that's the fundamental thing that will cause you to build muscle. And as an extension of that, you should just perform resistance training, because there are a lot of styles of training that are not resistance training. Tennis training, football training, basketball training, and obviously they don't build muscle because the emphasis in them is not to induce hypertrophy, it is not to get to high intensity, and that's the first thing. The second thing is longevity. Okay, training intensely for a few weeks gives some results, right? And you begins, especially if you're a beginner. Doing it for more weeks and months gives even more results, right? Great. But all of that becomes obsolete when you quit, when you stop. The second thing you have to realize to get in shape is that longevity is key. Doing it once, it's nice. Doing it 10 times, it's nice. Doing it 100 times, it's nice, it's great. But doing it over weeks, months, and years, doing it forever basically, is the actual key. So what should you practically take from this piece of advice? Basically, you need to take longevity. You need to realize that if you can't do it for weeks and months, then you should not do it today. If you can stick to it over the next few years, then you should not stick to that plan today. You should pick the plan you can stick to, and by sticking to it over a very long period of time, you will both see great results and actually see the results, because otherwise you would just quit, and quitting is the absolute failure. And then there is the third advice, and it is exercise selection as rule. A lot of people, they have the misconception that exercise selection makes the biggest impact, and without it they would just fail miserably and they won't build any muscle. There is a certain exercise that just gives a bunch of results, and you should do it. Fucking bicep curls when you fucking lie down. My kids, that I shout out to them. No, exercise selection, according to studies, it's important. The kind of exercise that emphasizes that stretch more might be beneficial for hypertrophy, but in reality, yes, it makes an impact, a very small one. And if you get to failure, if you train intensely, the impact goes down even more. The practical application of exercise selection from the theoretical stuff is that most people should just do the exercises they like, the exercises that train the muscles they want to train. If you don't train a certain muscle, you won't grow it, so you need to train it. And that's the first thing. The second thing is that you like it. Longevity is key. If you do what you hate, you would probably not do it for a very long time. For a very long time, you might as well do what you like. And then there is the fourth advice, and it is the rule of diet. Your diet is important, not in the way you might think. Exercise training, resistance training, it is the first thing that actually triggers the muscle building process. Diet makes a big impact on it. On top of that, it is basically the thing that multiply results. If your diet is really bad, no protein, no carbs, no fats, you just starve yourself all day, you would see no results. It is multiplying your training by 0. If your diet is decent, you get some protein, you get some carbs, you get some fats, you eat on maintenance calories, you will multiply your results by 1. If you eat as much protein as you need, 1 gram per pound of body weight, if you eat as many fats as you need, so your hormones are optimized, and you eat a really clean diet, then it is multiplying your result by 1.5. Bulk increases muscle gain, cutting reduces fat mass, and that's the rule of diet. And then there is the fifth piece of advice, and it is that it can be done from anywhere. There are a few ways to perform resistance training. There is calisthenics, there is the gym, and there are more ways. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. But in reality, you can train from anywhere. As you probably know, I'm currently in Europe. As you probably know, I currently travel across Europe, and I don't have access to the gym all of the time. And when I don't have access to the gym, I just train with that with my body weight. I use calisthenics, and when I can't use calisthenics, I can basically do something. I can always do calisthenics, and that's basically what I needed to realize. You should never skip a workout. You should never give up on it altogether. You should do something. You can train from anywhere. So don't let not having access to a gym limit your ability, your capacity to work. Don't let all of those things limit your capacity to work. Find what you can do and do it, because longevity, consistency, which is an extension of longevity, is the key. And that's basically it. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.